Hello everybody. I wanted to do another video for you. I'm not sure why or what I'm going to say really. I've got a lot to say, but it's a case of knowing what is the best thing to say to people who are, see things a lot differently from the way I do. But what I did want to do is I wanted to come outside this morning. It's a beautiful day and the sun is shining, and I thought I would come out and do some work in the greenhouse. I've put a bucket here, as you can see, and it's basically to try and provide a little bit of shade for the camera so that you can see me, because I got a bit drowned out. You'll have to excuse me, I know I look a bit of a mess today, but needs must, you know, when I feel as I need to say things to people, I can't be doing my titivating myself about, you know. So I hope you'll accept me as the way I am. I'm quite happy with it, you know, so I know you're probably alright as well. It's just my vanity, I'm afraid, and I've got to get rid of that, and I am getting rid of it. I'm working on it. Because it's not what you look like that matters, is it? But yes, I wanted to come out this morning and do some a bit of work in my greenhouse and pot on some ranunculus that I dug these out of the ground with my sister a couple of years ago, out of the ground, because if you leave them in the ground over winter they get wet and they can rot, especially where I had them. So we dug them out, and then of course, because of things going on with my health and things, I was unable to do anything with them last year, and I didn't really feel inclined to do anything with them last year, to be quite honest with you. So they've been sat in these little pots for 2 years maybe, a year, 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. So I planted some of them, I just didn't do all of them. So I thought, well, right, I'm just going to pot them up now, because it's February and this is the time of year to plant them. I could have planted them in autumn, but I didn't feel like it, so I'm doing them now, because it does work as well at this time. So these are them, look, they come like this, a little tuber, and they've got a little stalk on that's left from when they were grown before. And all I need to do is just basically the funny little like claws, got little claws, can you see the shape of them? They're a bit like miniature dahlia tubers really. But anyhow, so I'm going to cut the stalks off. I've got a few different varieties and they're all mixed up, so I can't try and keep them separate anymore, because I don't know which is which. So I'm just going to have to, it's a bit like going back to my childhood, you know, when I was little, decades ago. We used to be able to buy lucky bags, and in the lucky bag you always got a surprise. Obviously you got sweets in it, but there was always a little surprise toy. So it's going to be a bit like that. I'm going to have a surprise toy, but I don't mind, I love surprises. So here we go. But so I'm going to sort of try and do this, because I thought, well, I was a bit torn. I thought, shall I sit in the house? And I thought, no, it's a bit boring seeing me just sitting in front of the screen all the time. So I thought I'll just get on and do something and try and talk to you, because also it's timing. I have to grab this nice weather. There's only a few hours in at this time of year that you can do things in and keep warm. So I thought I'll just grab this opportunity and I'll talk to you at the same time. Now, what am I going to say? Well, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Sandra, and I've been researching for about 5 years now, listening to podcasts and things like that, and alternative channels and, you know, stuff like that. Just because I wanted to sort of learn about different things. That's a grub. So I've been looking into lots of different things for quite a lot of years. So it's been a fantastic thing for me, and I would highly recommend it to anybody to just, you know, listen to podcasts. If you don't listen to podcasts, it's a great way of educating yourself and passing the time. And also, if you can do it, I have one of these little Yugo loudspeakers attached to my thing, and I can listen to it while I'm washing up. So, because I'm the sort of person, I like to be busy and getting things done all the time. So I think, well, oh, I ain't got time, so that's why I'm doing this today like this. because I think, well, I can talk and do this at the same time, rather than sitting in front of a screen watching stuff all the time. So I tend to put on people who are having discussions about different things. But I've learned so much. I've been looking into history, I've been looking into listening to different our cultures, all sorts of things, even aliens, the spiritual world, because I've had things happen to me in the past, not about aliens obviously, but well, I can't deny that there might be some aliens, I've no idea, but the spiritual world definitely exists, because I firmly believe, and I know, as scientists all say, we only use 5% of our brain, right? So you tell me, what does the other 95% of our brain do or think or do? Now, in the olden times, people, you know, used to be able to use their senses to gain knowledge. You know, there's people written books about the Akashic records, where the information, it's a bit like information, they call it the Akashic records, and this information from all eternity, from all people and souls on the planet, all their lives and thoughts are all kept in, really, in the atmosphere around us, in the ether they call it. Now, I read about Akashic records, gosh, 15 years ago. I had a few books all about God and everything, you know, so I've sort of gone into it quite a lot. But so, the Akashic, it sounds a bit weird, and people say, that's what on earth are you talking about? But if you think about it, a radio is a radio wave, and we can hear music that comes through. We can have a battery radio, and you can still hear the music. It's not coming down an electric cable, is it? You can hear the music, it comes on radio frequencies, and it's all about frequencies and vibrations. There are scientists on YouTube that you can look on YouTube and see vibrational patterns that vibration, just by altering it by 1 degree, can create different patterns, right? Now, these patterns, this just shows you that there's more going on that we don't understand, right? And I find it fascinating, okay? So I believe that there's so much going on that we do not understand and we comprehend. But I'm the sort of person, I want to know. I'm really inquisitive. I've got the time in my life when I'm wanting to know everything. It's really, really funny, fantastic. I really love it. I'm really enjoying myself. Rather than just sitting in front of the telly. I'm sorry, do you know what? I can't sit in front of the telly anymore, because I find it so boring, and so it's all mind controlled as well, I'm afraid. While we're all sat watching the TV, which, I mean, I've been guilty of it for years, you know, just sat watching TV and what they show us, you don't see anything else. And that's what the beauty of the internet is, that we all see everything else now if we choose to. Now, I know we're all struggling because of the vaccine thing. Everybody's struggling, everybody's upset about it all. But I would say I'm not upset about it. The only thing I'm upset about is all my friends and all my beautiful people that I know are upset about it. And people are just thinking, oh, just have this blooming thing just so that I can get back to normal. But really, do you know, I truly believe we're not going to get back to normal, but we're going to go into something fantastically different. Okay, you're not aware of it if you don't look for it, but I'm aware of it, and I truly believe that we are in for something new, in a big style. And all of this is going to work out absolutely fantastically, and it's going to all happen. Things are going to start happening for us for the better, all around the world, not just for us. And all the peoples of the world and the cultures are going to, we're all going to be very, very happy and rejoicing. And we're all going to have realizations what we're capable of and who we actually are. Because I don't know about you, but me, for instance, I've been coming to this for a few years because I've sort of had to sit and take stock of my life, because, you know, having to go through cancer treatment, you know, 14 years ago and then again last year. I saw that as an opportunity actually to just learn more and just read more, and I thought, well, I'll be fine. And it's just a knowing that you're going to be fine, and this is what I'm talking about. If you have this inner knowing, you know, when you have an intuitive thought and then something happens, you think, God, how did I know that was going to happen? I think that's one of our senses that we do not understand. So I trust my inner knowing, and I truly hope that everything that is going to be taking place is going to be, well, it is going to be taking place. I think everybody's going to be able to breathe a sigh of relief. I still advise everyone not to take any sort of treatments if you can avoid it. Like I say, I had chemotherapy in February last year, January and February. I actually prayed about it to see, because I wasn't actually going to have it. I seriously was considering declining having it, and I prayed about it, and I got back about it when I prayed about it, saying, should I have it? What came back to me was, well, look, I had it last time and I recovered and I was okay, and this time I will recover. And as soon as I had that thought, and these are intuitive thoughts that come to you, you know, your higher self. As soon as I had that thought, and I had the thought while I was out in the garden doing some digging, and I have a lot of thoughts while I'm digging, or even while I'm just pottering about. And so I had that thought, and as soon as I had it, I thought, right, I will have the chemotherapy then. Bear in mind, the 15 years ago when I had it, 15 years ago last time, they gave me it. It was an experimental drug that I was offered, and they said, would you like to take part in it? It's a trial. And I thought at the time, well, yeah, okay, I'll take part in the trial, because, you know, they need to trial these things. And I know that's what people are thinking, you know, with the these new treatments, but the problem is, I would go along with everybody thinking, oh, well, we'll take it. I mean, I'm 58 coming up this year, and I could think, well, I'll take it because then all the children won't have to take it, because they'll trial it and it'll all be okay, and then we'll find out. Because I know that's what all the good people out here are thinking. Oh, well, we'll have it, all the older people have it first, and we'll take it because we've had our lives. People do think that way. But it hasn't been tested, and it is modified, and it has got synthetics in that we've never had before, and this is on a massive scale. And I've said before that there is a plan. There's a massive plan out there. We haven't seen about it. I've read about it. I've watched lots of new information about it, and loads of scientists and doctors have talked about it, and all the leaders of the world know about it. But I really think we're going to be moving away from this anyhow, in certainly this year. We're certainly going to be moving away. So if you can avoid having anything at the moment, just don't have it. If you're not unwell, don't have anything you really don't need to do. You know, I think a lot of professions are going to change. I think we're going to change the way we have doctors. We're going to change the way we have police. The law courts, everything to me is going to change. It's going to take probably a few years to change it, but I just want to sort of put the message out to people to try and think again and follow your intuition, okay? before you go ahead with anything, and think about, is it really going to do any harm to you and your family if you just say, well, anybody asks you to have it, if you just say, well, I'm just going to leave it this time because I just need to feel that it's right within myself that I have to take it, and then if I feel that I need to take it, I'll take it, but at the moment I don't want to take it at the moment, thank you, but I'm not saying I won't ever take it, okay? Just so that you're right in your mind that you're happy with doing it, because it's all about cause and effect. You know, once we do something, there's always an effect afterwards, you know, the consequence. I'm not saying people are going to be ill with it, but what I'm saying is there are consequences. I mean, they are pushing for all really the pharmaceutical companies would look at like all the world to be taking these things, because they're making money from the vaccines, and the government are making money. It's not in our best interest, I don't think. Now, when you think about it, a lot of these treatments are made from copies of plants forms that naturally are growing in the you know, around the world. And if we focused more on that, and originally we had medicine that did focus on that, and that was fantastic, but they're getting further and further away from nature, and they're introducing the wrong things, and that needs stopping. So anyway, the time is of the essence, really. You need to just sort of say, well, I'm not going to have it, but I'm not going to say never, okay? If you find out it's all okay, but the jury's still out on it, so you know, it might be an idea not to have it, if you know what I mean, until afterwards. I mean, I'm absolutely certain I'm not going to have it, and I certainly don't want my family to have it, but I can't make anybody else do anything. They don't, you know, if they want to do it, they will do it, but there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of corrupt people being arrested around the world. And there's a lot of companies that are corrupt. A lot of systems that we've all come to know are corrupt, and they're being taken down, and we will find out about it. I know of quite a lot of stuff that's going on, but I can't possibly tell you all in this video at the moment because it's just not the time. But if anybody tries to look into it, you know, or if you want to contact me and ask me where you can start looking to find out a bit of information, I'm quite happy to pass it on to you. But what I want to say is, so of all those people who are being judgmental and hating other people for not having this and for having a different political point of view to you, you've got to know that the majority of the world, all of the cultures, we're all the same. We're all peace-loving people, you know, and there are leaders in the world, people you're not going to expect, like Putin and Xi Jinping and Trump and all the top military brass, the ones that are standing up for good. These people are all allied to taking out all the corrupt people, and they've taken out a lot of corrupt people, believe me. I'm talking about a lot of corrupt people, and they're saving a lot of children's lives. I'm not talking about 1,000 children's lives, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of children's lives. And we'll all find out about that soon enough. It's a very, very terrible, gory thing, but I might do a video about it more in depth at some other time. What I'm doing is I'm putting these little ranuncular claws into these. It's quite dry. Now ranunculars are shriveled up because they've dried out, And a lot of people put them into water for a day to let them swell, you know, a bit like daily tubers. They dry out as well. But what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to give them absolutely drench them with water, and then let them sit in the water, and then tomorrow I'll come out and I'll just top the water up again so that they actually swell in the soil where they are, and then I shall keep them in the greenhouse till they start showing some shoots. It might not work, you know, they might have gone past it, but it's worth a try. And if they've gone past it, I shall just reuse the compost, chuck it on the, you know, chuck it on the ground or something and reuse it that way. So anyway, I hope you can see me, and I hope I've made some sort of resonated with you a little bit, and I just want everybody to feel love and peace and happiness, and look after your family, your neighbours and your communities, because that's where we're going in the future, okay? So just look after the people that you love, and follow your intuition and listen to your gut instincts, because that's what I do. Okay, take care.